You're listening to My Grito Podcast Network, celebrating the culture of Chicanos and Latinos one story and voice at a time. Listen to more My Grito Podcast Network shows over at mygrito.net. Connect on social, on Instagram and Facebook at My Grito, the My Grito Podcast Network.
3, 2, 1. Mr. Chris.
Good. How's it going, man?
How's it going, dude?
Good, man. Can't complain. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for coming out and doing this,
Thanks
man.
for the invitation, man.
So you said that you've done something like this before?
Kind of. I mean, it was like online through cell phone, FaceTime type thing. So this is like the first legit one.
Nice.
Like a studio with mics and headphones and everything. So yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the invitation, man.
But you are no stranger to mics and studio time and
not at all. Yeah.
being in front of the mic.
Yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I do on
So what do
a
you do?
basis. Mainly, I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a singer-songwriter based out of Los Angeles, California. So originally from Nogales, Arizona. But
okay.
Yeah. I play music as well. Mariachi's like my background. It's kind of what I do to pay the bills for now. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of what made me move to LA.
Oh, so you're playing mariachi out in Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I started playing mariachi in high school.
Oh.
So yeah, that's where I started, and then went to college in Tucson, Arizona, and worked as a mariachi there as well, and then moved out here to continue that path.
How does one teenager get into mariachi in high school?
Well, for me, it was through high school.
Yeah.
So I think what's interesting is that when I moved to LA, I found it really interesting that not a lot of high schools out here have mariachi programs.
No, we don't.
Yeah, and I was like shocked when I first moved out here. I was like, wait, what do you mean? Like LA's like the mecca of mariachi. You know?
So there's a program?
Yeah, and that shocks me that people are shocked to hear that.
So it's like band, but mariachi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
We had 3 periods of mariachi in our high school.
Whoa.
It was like beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And the advanced one would be the one that would go out and like do shows and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So that's how I got started in mariachi music, was through high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it just you're just going through your electives and you're like, I'm gonna try this out?
Well, kind of. Like I actually needed an art credit to graduate, and I was like, I'll do mariachi. Like I'll learn guitar. It'll be fun. It'll be an easy A. And once I got in there, I started hearing all the songs that my great grandma would sing and my grandma would sing, and I fell in love. I was like, man, this is dope. Like I just want to do that. So,
it surprises me that you say mariachi like in Nogales. Because I feel like, because it's like el norte, like the north side, right? Because mariachi is more prevalent in like Guadalajara, places like that, where like Nogales, I would assume maybe more norteños, things like that.
I mean,
so that's pretty cool.
norteño was a big part. Like, I didn't play norteño, but I grew up listening to it all the time. Like, all the radio stations would play like all norteño music, Cadetes de Linares, like banda, Tigres del Norte. So,
okay, so what's the difference?
Between mariachi
and
mainly the instrumentation.
Banda. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of the songs are played in both norteño and mariachi, but the instrumentation is a lot different. Like norteño will have like the bajo sexto, electric bass, accordion. Mariachi, like you have the guitarrón, vihuela, trumpet, violins. So it's different instrumentation, but a lot of the songs are still interpreted differently.
Right. Amber, what was playing last night?
That was banda.
That was banda.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it was banda without like singing, so it's like al viento, which is I don't know, how do you say al viento?
Al viento,
al viento, like in the air or out in the air.
Much, yeah.
So there's like banda with singing, and then there's banda that's just instrumental.
Yeah, and even a lot of songs that we play in mariachi are played in banda too. It's just different is instrumentation, really.
Okay.
And interpretation, I guess.
So you picked up the guitar?
Yeah, I picked up the guitar initially, and then I transferred over to vihuela. That's my main instrument.
Vihuela.
Vihuela, yeah. Which is basically guitar just for mariachi. It's 5 strings, yeah.
Oh, it's a 5-string guitar.
Yeah. Vihuela.
I was like, Vihuela,
yeah.
Right there.
It kind of looks like if you're playing an armadillo.
Oh, okay, one of those guys.
Yeah, one of those guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
It has like a dip in the back,
yeah, in the
right?
back, yeah. Which is kind of like the guitarrón too. The guitarrón is like the bigger version of it.
Right?
I have this. Yeah, I play the smaller version.
And a normal guitar has 6 strings, correct?
Yeah, it's tuned the same actually as well.
Oh, yeah?
So guitar is E A D G B E. The only difference with the vihuela is that I wouldn't have a low E string. And then the first 3 strings are tuned an octave above. And then, so it's got a really unique sound. Oh. So that's one of the main instruments that I play. And then the other is called the guitarra de golpe, which not a lot of people play anymore. It kind of died out for a while. I'm not sure why it died out. My theory is that the chords are kind of fucked up. The tuning is like a little weird. So yeah, that one right there that you're pointing on, that's guitarra de golpe. Yeah,
guitarra de golpe.
Yeah, so it kind of died out. People stopped using it. I don't know why, but actually I got the opportunity to play it in the first mariachi group I played out here in LA. So I was playing that for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and it's slowly starting to come back. A lot of people are like, they're making them more now, and they're playing them in groups. So, yeah.
That's so weird how like instruments would die out like that.
Yeah. So I think the reason, because before the vihuela was introduced to mariachi, that was the original guitar. Yeah, I think it was guitarrón and guitarra de golpe.
How many strings is this one?
5 as well.
That one's 5?
Yeah. So the difference for this one has like 4 different tunings. The one that I like to use is tuned G, C, E, A, D. And so when you're playing chords, like they're not anywhere near the guitar. So eventually the classical guitar that we know, was introduced into mariachi. And I have a feeling that once like boleros started being introduced into mariachi, was like more like romantic songs, the chords started getting a little more complicated. So the guitarra de golpe, once you get into complicated chords, they're kind of like messed up to play. So I feel like people are like, nah, we'll just play the vihuela. It's the same as the guitar. Yeah. That's my theory. I don't really know. Like, I'm just kind of connecting dots. But yeah, I'm not too positive as to why it died out.
The extinction of...
Yeah.
The rise and fall of the guitarra.
It's coming back, though.
Guitarra de golpe.
New Netflix special.
Yeah, I was going to say Netflix special.
Hey, that'd be cool, yeah.
That's cool. I mean, it's like I don't know. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah,
you know?
no, yeah, and it's really interesting. But thankfully it's kind of coming back. People are liking, because the cool thing about it is that it fits really well in between the vihuela and the guitar. Like once it's combined, all 3 together, it's a really nice sound. Really? So yeah, and I think with like bigger groups, they like it a lot. But yeah.
You also play bass.
Yeah. I started learning it. I've been playing for about a year and a half now. Yeah, and that was mainly kind of like a passion project, I'd like to say. Yeah, just because once I came to LA, like I started just realizing like how much opportunity there is out here outside of just mariachi music, and I love all types of music. Like I love funk, I love salsa. So I was like, I want to play like something that I can actually play along to recordings, that is used in those songs.
Yeah.
And I'm surrounded by guitar players. So I was like, I want to pick up bass. That's something that I can, kind of distinguish myself and like kind of find something that unique to me, So
that's so the bass guitar is that's the instrument that you picked up recently.
Yeah, recently. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Yeah. It's been like about probably almost 2 years.
The Mindbuzz is powered by Mindbuzz Media. Mindbuzz Media is an on-site video and audio podcast production company. Have you ever thought about starting your own video and audio podcast? Or do you have an existing podcast that you want to take to the next level? Mindbuzz Media brings a professional podcast studio to you. Visit mindbuzz.org for more. So all stringed instruments, any woodwind or brass?
No. My very first instrument that I ever played was the clarinet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I think that's everybody's instrument.
I've done that too.
It's either that one or the recorder. Like yeah. So that was,
well, you move up. You start on the recorder in elementary.
You start on plastic, then you move on to like something a little more adult.
Right.
I never learned how to read music, and my mom would put me in clarinet because she had to go to school like earlier. She was taking college classes, and I never learned how to like read the music, and I would just play it off of like hearing it, like mimicking it. And I remember one time they were like, okay, this is your final test. You got to read the music. And I think I faked that I had like stomach problems and I was in the restroom the entire class.
Wow.
Yeah. So I passed, but I don't know how I did.
You passed by going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I passed by going to the bathroom. She probably felt bad for me. She's like, no tiene chorro.
Nice. That was my first one. And then, I played saxophone for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I picked up sax for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Just a couple of months.
Yeah.
Which one did you play?
The alto.
Alto?
I played alto sax.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played that for like maybe 3 or 4 years.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah. And then once I got into high school and just started doing mariachi, I was like, this is all.
This is it.
I played trombone for a year actually too.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny that you say about the music because I never learned how to read bass clefs. I just couldn't. My brain couldn't switch from treble clef to bass clef. So
it's so weird. Even I think brass is just a total like your like the pressure on your mouth and just the way you throw air into the instrument. It's totally different from woodwind to brass.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I was always better at playing instruments with my hands than I was just like with like air for some reason. So, I don't know, but
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense
for me. I'm like a hands-on kind of guy.
Yeah. Have you tried playing accordion?
No, I would love to though.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
I play the air accordion.
Amber plays a mean air accordion.
Mean air accordion.
Listening to some Ramon Ayala.
Yeah.
I think we all do that shit.
Get a couple of beers in her, and she's a little Ramon Ayala over there.
Ramona.
Yeah, there you go.
No, that'd be an instrument I'd love to pick up. Maybe later on, once things like settle down and stuff, just as another passion project. But yeah, that's a fun instrument for sure.
Yeah. It looks fun, dude.
Yeah. I've seen when in the mariachi that I used to play, we would hire a guy because we'd back up artists like once in a while. So we would like back up like Paquita la del Barrio. Oh, cool. And she would always have an accordion player. And that guy, like I would see him play. I'm like, man, that looks so fucking cool. Like he just looked like badass. Like,
let me show you who Paquita is.
Yeah.
You don't know who Paquita is?
He doesn't.
No. Oh man, it's like the long lost aunt of Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah. What? You'll see. Yeah.
This is why I have fun. Every day I teach them someone new or something.
Yeah, see,
there you go.
Oh, okay. I've seen her before.
Yeah, you for sure seen her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She sings like songs about hating men.
Yeah, against men.
Whoa.
She was like the first feminist.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's exactly like Donald Trump, but just the opposite in female version.
I think there's like a meme.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I think there is. I've seen it with like their hair and stuff. Yeah.
Paquita.
She still does shows too, man. She's still touring and stuff. It's crazy.
Is she?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
On my way here, I saw a sign that said that she was doing a show somewhere. I'm like, damn.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Ay, pobrecita.
Pobres.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's cool though. She's still.
Yeah, no, and honestly, the crowd goes crazy for her, man. Yeah. It was insane. Every time I go to like play with her, I was like, damn.
Is she nice?
Oh yeah, she's super dope. Yeah. She's super, super cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool to even say that you've played with her.
Yeah. Because I mean, I would hear her songs like growing up and stuff, like Rata Imunda, like, all that type of stuff. Yeah. I remember I told my grandma, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play with Paquita, and she's like, oh, like tell her to sing this song. I'm like, well, I'm sure she's gonna sing it. Like I can't tell her what to play, but like, I'm sure she's gonna play
my grandma said.
Yeah.
That's cool. Who else have you played with?
Pedrito Fernandez.
Okay,
we backed him up. Backed up Pepe Aguilar as well.
Oh,
Angela Aguilar.
Nice.
Ana Barbara.
Cool.
Trying to think if I'm missing anybody.
I've heard of Pepe.
Yeah, Pepe,
I've heard of him.
Pepe's dope.
Yeah.
That guy, man, he's on it with his like business and like his whole like strategy of keeping the music alive. Like he's really cool. Yeah, super professional guy. He's a big motherfucker. He's huge.
Really?
Yeah, he's huge.
Can you pull up? I've heard his music, but I don't think I've seen him before.
Yeah, he's really tall.
Yeah, he's dope too because he's like super like traditional and stuff, but he's all tatted and like looks like a rocker. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he does shows. He performs shows with both of his kids.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. It's called Jaripeo Sin Fronteras.
Yeah.
He looks scary.
He's actually really, really cool.
Is he?
He's super dope guy, yeah. But yeah, he like you walk up to him, you're like, oh shit, man.
Yeah, so he's all tatted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool, man.
Yeah. And so I think initially because the Aguilar family comes from a dynasty. They're like a mariachi dynasty. Yeah, like his dad was like the first to start singing. His name is Antonio Aguilar was his dad. So he sang like rancheras and stuff. And then Flor Silvestre, which is his mom, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was also a mariachi singer. And so then he kept the tradition going. But I think when he first started, he started playing with rock music. He like kind of dabbled in rock and then went into mariachi. And now he has his daughter Angela, who's like a phenom. And then his son as well, Leonardo, he's actually a really good songwriter. And yeah, so.
You know who else? I'm a big fan of Intocable.
Oh, I love them. I
love Intocable.
Yeah,
but them too, like the singer, he has a lot of like rock like background and he's all tatted up and everything. I think that's really cool that you can bounce like back and forth like you know, through different
that's
genres.
What these guys do?
Yeah, so actually they have a song together. I don't know if you've heard it. Intocable and Pepe Aguilar.
I haven't.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And Leonardo, actually, the son, wrote it.
Pull it up.
Yeah. What's it called? No me hablen de amor. A mí no me hablen de amor, I think is what it's called. Yeah, and Pepe Aguilar. Super, super cool song. Yeah.
I've seen Intocable about 7 times.
No way.
And one of the times that I seen them, Cadetes de Linares opened up.
Oh, nice.
It was like
super, super cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. This one?
No me hablen de amor, yeah.
Sorry, I don't know how loud it's going to be.
Yeah, so Intocable is super cool.
Yeah, they're one of my favorites.
Just like right away, you just like feel you're like, oh shit, what's going to go on?
So what genre of music is this?
This would be norteño.
Norteño?
Yeah, because Intocable is from Texas. They're from, I believe they're from San Antonio or somewhere near San Antonio.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Pepe's the tallest one there. Yeah, and this guy's a super dope songwriter too.
This guy?
Amazing.
Yeah, he writes really good lyrics.
So what region of Mexico would you say that this type of music is from?
It's from the north, yeah.
From the north.
I think if I know, I think norteño music was kind of born in Monterrey.
Okay.
I'm not too sure though, so don't quote me on that. But
like, let's look it up.
Yeah, I think it's from Monterrey is where it originally started. But mainly, I mean, border towns is where it really kind of. But yeah, I really like Intocable because they kind of experiment with a lot of sounds.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what's beautiful about like music in general is that you can listen to different types of music and it still translates to other genres, you know.
Yeah, see, it's Conjunto Norteño music is native to the Mexican states of Sonora, Chihuahua, Coahuila, and Nuevo León.
Yeah, so all the border towns, Arriba Sonora, that's where I grew up.
Nice.
Nogales.
That's so cool how like certain type of music, like even American or Mexican, like the region, like you can tell, you can hear the region inside the music.
Oh yeah.
You know?
For sure.
I feel like that's more prevalent in like Mexican music for some reason. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I mean,
or is it?
I mean, maybe it might be the same for other types of music, but I mean, I'm just so ingrained into Mexican music that for sure, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, because if you think about it here, like in the States, I mean, the only kind of things I can think of is like maybe Texas has like country, you know, you kind of think of like country like that. We have, we have like Mexican music or like hip hop. And then like New York has that other type of hip hop.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
But
it's
those are
not
the only ones I can think of. But I think, Gil, you're right. Like Mexico, it's like every state can listen to the same types of music, but I think every like region and area produces a different sound.
And even specifically in mariachi, that's definitely true, because like Jalisco is like known for their like song. It's like super like powerful and like really like masculine type songs. And then you have like Veracruz, which is known for like jarocho music, which is like super, I don't know, super like vibrant. I don't even know how to explain it. Yeah.
Vibrant.
Yeah. It's like, it's crazy. I don't even know. Well, like the reason jarocho is kind of like, it's really unique is because I think when the slave trade was still going on and they would bring slaves into like America, Veracruz was the first port of entry. So a lot of Africans would go into Veracruz.
Whoa.
And so like actually like La Bamba, the song La Bamba, that's actually a jarocho song. It's a song jarocho.
Is it really?
And I think Bamba is a river in the Congo. And it's funny because like that song has like endless amounts of verses that you can sing. And one of the verses talks about a black woman named Lilongo. It's like, Lilongo es una negrita que se parece al carbón. No diré que es muy bonita, pero tiene gracia a montón. I mean, if you would sing that nowadays, you'd probably get canceled. But like, that's just the lyrics of the song. And
whoa.
yeah. So it's like,
Amber, what did he say? Can you repeat it?
yeah, it's like Lilongo is this black woman. Her skin is like carbon.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say she's very pretty, but she's got a heart of gold. Kind of, she's filled with grace, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what the song.
So he was describing like a slave,
a black woman. Yeah.
Black woman. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Wow.
But yeah. So that's yeah. So this is also another type of Mexican music. Yeah, and they're known for like the harp.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So that type of music is played in mariachi as well, but it's from Veracruz.
There's like so many different. I can't even keep up. There's like so many different kinds.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
A lot to. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's
Then
cool.
you have like huapangos and huastecos and rancheras, So and then obviously boleros.
Yeah.
So.
And you just picked this up just by playing the
pretty
music?
much. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, you kind of like just start learning about it as you play, and like people tell you, and you like play with the OGs and they tell you like different stories, and you start.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
Yeah. So it's like one of the coolest things about when I first like moved out here is like back in high school and like in college, I would like look up to these groups and like I'd see these guys and be like, damn, that guy's a badass, And then I move out here and I started playing with them and they would like tell me stories, and it's like, so it's really, really cool. It's a really cool experience, and it's a really cool genre of music to be able to work in and to learn from. I'd say it's a blessing, that I was able to get introduced into that type of music.
So how long have you been out here?
I've been out here for 5 years.
Wow.
I moved out in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I moved in 2018.
Dang, that's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
do you feel more connected, like with the music and things like that out here?
Yeah.
Is that, I mean...
Yeah. It's just, there's more work.
Yeah.
And the reason I moved out here was to work in music, and specifically mariachi. Now that's kind of changing. I want to do a whole bunch of other things, but yeah, like you can't really make a living. I mean, you can make a living out of music in outside of LA, but for what I want to do and the type of things that I want to do, like I got to be in LA, either LA, Miami, or New York, but LA, I love LA, LA's it's where it's at for me.
It is, right?
Yeah.
So how's the mariachi scene out here?
It's endless.
Is it?
Oh yeah, man. Like I've played with so many people that I probably will never see again. Like it's a huge community. Like it's crazy. Like I've played with groups that I'll probably like never even see again, or like I'll probably see them this weekend or something, or next weekend, or.
So you know how like rock and roll has like certain waves, or certain type of genres have certain waves?
Yeah.
Like what type of wave is mariachi in, like currently?
Damn, that's a really good question. I feel like it's kind of, personally, I feel like mariachi is in this weird spot where it doesn't know how to evolve. That's just my opinion.
Right.
I feel like it's kind of in this spot where it's like so stuck between the traditional and like this whole new wave of like just constant new music that's coming out on the daily, that it doesn't know how to move with that like trajectory of evolution. And I feel like it's slowly kind of breaking the mold, you know, like you have like artists like Cristian Nodal, you know, who's kind of introducing like norteño into mariachi, and like those songs are slowly trickling into like the mariachi scene here, and like you play them at gigs, you know, and even like songs now that Angel Aguilar is like releasing, they're like playing in gigs. So it's kind of like breaking the mold, but it's still like, I feel like it's like kind of still stuck.
Yeah, it's like on the brink of evolving in a certain type of way.
Yeah, so that's the way I see it. I feel like that's where it's at right now. It's kind of trying to see how to still hold to the tradition, but still like kind of evolve to stay alive in a way. Yeah.
Because I know like a lot of mariachi. I mean, obviously, like if you play, I'm thinking like party wise, right?
Yeah.
I go to a party and there's a mariachi, and it's always like the same songs, right?
Yeah,
the same songs that everybody likes.
For sure. Yeah.
But is that part of kind of mariachi not evolving? Like, are there, like for norteñas, right? You have like your old stuff, like Las Viejitas, but then there's a lot of norteño groups that are coming up with new stuff, right?
Yeah.
And new songs that are hitting and things like that. I mean, is that the case for mariachi? Like, are there new songs being produced that like mariachis are playing and things like that? Or is that kind of why it's stagnant?
I think that might be why it's stagnant, because I don't know of a lot of like, well, one, I don't know of a lot of like too many new mariachi songs that are being released outside of like the Aguilars and Cristian Nodal, you know, like there's not a lot of like mariachi writers to push those songs out. And also I feel like just the listenership isn't there for mariachi anymore. You know, like it's like people know the songs, people know mariachi songs, and people, you know, like still want to hear them, but like there hasn't really been much new stuff that even mariachis like want to learn to play for people, if that makes sense.
And they're not blasting them in their car while they're in traffic, right?
So it's like, and that's the thing is that also like why a lot of mariachis kind of get like mad is like we go to gigs and people ask for like banda stuff, and mariachis hate banda, you know, they like, oh, that's a banda song, that's not even mariachi, you know, and it's like, so it's, I mean, sometimes you got to learn those songs too because people ask for them, you know. But so I think that's what's interesting about it. It's like it doesn't know where to move. I think it's an interesting spot to be in, to see where it's going to evolve or how it's going to evolve.
Yeah, it's in that interesting state.
I think it should, you know. Yeah. But yeah.
So besides mariachi, what else do you play?
I mean, for gigs and stuff, like when I do my own thing, I play everything, man.
Yeah. What do you play for your own gigs?
I play like classics, you know, like boleros, but like kind of like more poppy, a little more jazzy. Little bit of R&B. I mean, I'm not an R&B singer, but I like you know, I like John Legend and stuff. So more like, he's not really like R&B, I guess. He's like more soul, but stuff like that. Bobby Caldwell, you know, just classics. Frank Sinatra, you know, it's a little bit of everything. I listen to everything that I can get you know, anything that I like. You know, it doesn't matter the genre. I'll listen to it.
Do you like metal?
You know, I haven't gotten too much into metal.
No,
but I kind of want to, just because of like the bass.
Have you heard of Metalachi?
I have, yeah. One of my friends actually played there. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I seen them like a few times, like a few years ago.
Yeah. How was it?
It was pretty cool. Yeah. It was random. We were doing what event were we doing? Oh, the Lagunitas Beer Circus right there. You see that? I have the poster right there.
Okay, yeah.
So we did that, and they were doing jam in the van, like on the premises, and then they also did it inside the it was like Black Sabbath played too. You ever heard that band? So it's a Black Sabbath cover band.
Yeah.
But all the musicians dress like McDonald's characters.
That sounds dope.
Yeah. There's Metalachi.
Nice.
Are they Latinos?
I believe so. Yeah.
I think so.
Let me see.
Someone, I think, I don't know who was in that band that reached out to me to be a part of the group.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
cool.
but I mean, it's just hard for me to be a part of a group because nice.
Yeah, it was a pretty good experience. It was cool.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was metalachi. There's another mariachi fusion with like metal.
Yeah.
That.
This is the only one I know of.
Yeah, I know that there's one more, but I can't remember the name of them. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Have you seen this before, Amber?
I haven't. No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're around anymore.
They
are they?
Yeah,
I
think so. Yeah.
I probably just got out of touch of their gigs and stuff. But look up I think that they're called Black. Look up Black Mick Sabbath. So he can see these guys. They're wild, dude.
I mean, that sounds wild already. That sounds like a dope.
Mick Sabbath.
Oh, I could have sworn I put it.
Like McDonald's.
Yeah,
but
I had put it in it. Autocorrected.
2 words.
Yeah, wait.
I don't even remember. I can't remember the different McDonald's characters.
I know 3. It's Ronald McDonald and the burglar and that like Barney looking one. See there?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they look scary. That's them?
Yeah. I think they played in 2019.
That's crazy.
That even might be at TR. Oh no, that's not them. No, that's them, but it's McSabbath. Or is it? Oh, Mac Sabbath. There we go.
Mac Sabbath.
And
Damn, how does he play in that?
I was about to say.
I was gonna ask you,
like,
can you do that?
Hell no. That's crazy.
He's all passed out.
That's insane.
Hey,
Props to them because they probably like gotta be able to play their instrument without having to like look at anything. Like it's all muscle memory at that point.
Yeah.
The McBurglar.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's super crazy.
Insane.
That's cool.
Is Ronald McDonald the singer? I can't remember, dude.
I haven't even seen Ronald McDonald yet.
No, it looks like it's just the mono ring.
Was it?
Yeah.
I thought I seen him. Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Lord.
Jesus.
Let's go to show Amber.
If I could send in the back. I'm sure their shows get crazy, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
We oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, they even. Yeah.
Do they change the lyrics up?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's funny. That's cool.
Yeah, so the original song's called War Pigs, but they named this
More
one
Ribs.
More
Nice.
Ribs.
That's sick. Clever.
Yeah, super gimmicky, but
Hey, I mean,
yeah.
looks like fun though. Yeah.
Do you come from a line of musicians, or are you the first in your
No,
family?
I'm the first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
Yeah. My grandma, she would sing. She could keep a tune, but she never did it like professionally and stuff. I think there might have been like an uncle somewhere that played music, but yeah, I'm the first that actually just like pursued it. And at first, didn't go so well with
Yeah, how did that conversation go?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because like in college I didn't study music. I studied languages pretty much.
Oh.
So I spent a lot of time in college like studying abroad and stuff. And then I worked after I graduated college. I worked as an international recruiter, so I had a day job. I had pretty much a 9 to 5, which wasn't kind of a 9 to 5 because I was traveling all the time. Then got another recruiter job to move me out to LA. And within 6 months, I quit and I was like, I'm just gonna do music, because I was already playing mariachi and trying to balance that job and gigging and stuff, and I was doing pretty all right just gigging. So I was like, I'm gonna quit. And didn't. Sorry, Mom. yeah. But hey, I'm still here and I'm paying my rent, I'm paying my bills, and, still making it work,
You're pursuing something that
I am, I'm pursuing something,
that fulfills you, dude.
Yeah, and I just felt it, man. Like that's one thing that's like really hard to explain. It's like sometimes you just feel things, and even though it's scary and it's like it's terrifying, but it's like you just feel like you got to rip the Band-Aid and you just got to go for it, 'Cause at the end of the day, like, not to sound super cliche, but I mean, we do only have one life, so True. It's like, why not just do the things that you love,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's like the job that I had was cool, but it wasn't really what I wanted to do, like now I'm out here just, living, playing music. Like, I'm not exactly where I want to be, but shit, I'm paying everything that I need to do. I'm living off of music, like writing songs, playing gigs, like performing in front of people, what more could you ask for,
Yeah, there's probably thousands of people that regret not doing what you've done.
Yeah, that's one thing that is like, well, if you look down the line when you're older and you're like 80 years old and you look back, it's like, well, shit, I worked in an office all my life, and it's like, what else could I have done? It's like, that's not something that I don't want to be 80 and be saying that, I want to be 80 and be like, I fucking rocked it, like, I know I tried, gave it my all, know?
Exactly, dude. Yeah. I don't want to be 90 years old and saying, damn it, I could have dressed up like Ronald McDonald and played Black Sabbath songs.
Fucking rock band called Black McSabbath.
I think we're gonna have a whole generation of like viejitos, like old people like ourselves.
Yeah.
Just freaking no one with like insurance, medical insurance.
Shit, yeah.
No one with 401ks, because we all.
But they're living life.
Yeah, dude.
We're great.
We're awesome, dude.
Who needs life insurance when you're fucking shit. Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a vibe. Honestly, straight up.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the way to go.
When you said you studied languages, what do you mean?
So I studied languages. Yeah. So I studied Italian, I studied French, I studied Portuguese, and I studied Arabic.
So you know all those languages?
I don't. No, not really. Not anymore. I can hold a conversation. What I say is like, so I'm bilingual for sure. I grew up speaking English and Spanish, but I can bullshit French, Portuguese, Arabic, and Spanish. And what's the other one that I said? I can't even remember. Italian. Yeah. So like, if I'm around it, and like, if I go to Italy tomorrow and like I have to be there for like a month, like I'll be able to communicate, make my way around, and understand what people are saying. But it'll be a slow progress to just get everything to go back. Yeah.
And so, what was your main objective with?
I love languages. I love traveling. Yeah. Aside from music, like, then my other passion is to travel. I love traveling. I love just exploring new cultures and just getting lost. And so when I was in college, I actually studied abroad 3 times.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Where'd you go?
I lived in Italy for 5 months. Nice. I did a summer program, which was a month in Paris and a month in Dakar, Senegal, in Africa. And then I lived 5 months in Jordan, in the Middle East.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was cool. Yeah.
Have you gotten anywhere recently?
Nah, no. I haven't been able to travel just because it's hard with work,
Yeah.
And but hopefully soon, hopefully music will be able to provide that.
Right.
That's the goal, to be able to just like travel and do music everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, both of your passions and
combined in one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So one idea I have is like, whenever touring or just traveling for music happens, like, I want to do a blog, and it's like the life of like a musician or songwriter or whatever artist, just traveling the world, and what does that look like, and taking time outside of the shows, outside of the studio sessions, to just explore the cities and get lost. That's one thing that I always like to do, is just wherever I traveled, usually if I had something to do, I try and go a day early and then just walk. I'd like no objective, just walk wherever, no map, just see what I bump into.
Oh.
Yeah, so I would do that a lot, and it's crazy what you could find, you know.
Yeah. Well, at least you can when you're out in Italy, at least you can speak the language.
Yeah, I can if I get lost.
And hold a conversation.
Yeah. So
Not like this.
yeah, it's pretty similar to Spanish though. You can you can kind of.
We went to Japan and we thought because I've traveled like to other countries.
Yeah,
and usually everybody knows English, and if they don't know English, they know Spanish. I've learned that.
Yeah.
So I went to Japan thinking, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
And nobody speaks English. And we're
Spanish.
Oh,
I've heard Japan. They don't want.
No, they don't.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like in France. They're kind of very prideful of their not prideful, but they're proud of their culture and like their language.
But I get it. I get it. It's like, dude, you're in another country and like you can't expect a whole country to learn another language.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I feel like English is pretty universal. Like a lot of countries,
for sure. Yeah.
They want to
because you're American. Because you say that.
No, because like in Mexico, like I remember all my cousins used to go to clases de inglés. Like everybody went to English classes. Like that was a thing. Like like it was like a good merit if you knew
English.
When I was in the Middle East, everybody spoke English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dubai, everybody spoke English too. Yeah.
Actually, where I learned my most Arabic was through taxi drivers.
Really?
Yeah, because they didn't really speak English. I mean, taxi drivers were just like, they usually didn't have like any like proper education. They've just been working their whole lives. So I just like talk to them and then they just blabber, and I just like listen and see what they had to say and stuff. And that's they were like my main Arabic teachers. So
dang.
Yeah, that was
from taxi drivers?
Taxi drivers in Jordan. Shout out to them because they taught me how to speak Arabic.
Watching.
Yeah, because the thing about Arabic too is it's like what you learn in school is way different from what they actually speak. What? Yeah, like it's actually like a really extreme difference because it's like the closest thing I can compare it to is like if you learn Spanish and they teach you Spain Spanish and then you go to Mexico and then you're like, oh,
what is it called? There's a certain name for it. Castellano.
Yeah, so it's similar to that where it's like you have dialects in Arabic,
and that's what you learn in like Spanish class, right? The Castellano.
You learn Castellano, and everybody understands Castellano, but even then, it's like, it's similar. Still, it's very similar, but in Arabic, it's like a whole different,
totally different.
Yeah, so like you learn in Arabic in college, they teach you what's called Fosha, which is like standard, and that's what you hear like on the news and the TV stations and stuff. But then you go to like different countries in the Middle East, and they speak different dialects. So like in Jordan and like Syria and Lebanon and Palestine, they'll speak what's called Levantine Arabic or Shami, and so it's like way different. And then Egypt has its own dialect. Morocco has its own dialect, which like not even like other people in the Middle East can understand. Saudi Arabians have their own dialect, so it's like,
whoa,
So like I got there and I was trying to talk to people and nobody. Like, they would understand me, but I couldn't understand them.
Oh.
So I was like, well, shit.
It's like if you went to Mexico and you went, like, somewhere deeper, like, in, and they speak, like, Nahua or something like
you
that,
go to, like,
right?
Oaxaca, and they start speaking their, like, indigenous language, and you're like, well, this is in Spanish.
That's
like,
cool.
Fuck,
That's really cool, though.
So that's, so.
Can you even learn, that? The native language?
What?
Of Nahua?
Yeah. I think that there's... Well, one mariachi friend that I have actually, I think, is taking a course on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right now.
Like here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And I think he goes to the College of the Canyons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So last night I gigged with him. He said that he was taking Nahua classes.
Is that similar to Spanish or not really?
Nah, I don't
no?
think so. It's like way different. The only
that'd be awesome, dude. If I don't speak Spanish, but I know Nahua.
You gotta learn both.
All right.
The only like Nahua word I know from what I've heard is avocado in Nahua is aguacate.
Aguacate?
Yeah, aguacate. TL at the end. That's like the main like Nahua like sound. And
aguacate.
Apparently aguacate in Nahua means like testicles.
Whoa.
So that's where the word for avocado comes from.
Oh.
I think. I don't know. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not. But
TL?
What's up with that Asian writing right there?
I don't know.
Going to Japan again?
I know.
We're all.
It's picking up the location.
Hear it. I don't want to learn it.
I think that guy that's kind of bald, the 59-second one, I think I've seen that video before.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, I see. It's completely different.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like he's making it up.
Yeah, I know.
But it's cool.
Yeah,
but it's so amazing how like this language, or even just like all languages, are still like they're still like alive.
Yeah, for sure. And they're all connected in one way or another. Like, what's interesting, one of the like most interesting things about when I was like learning Arabic is that there's a lot of words in Spanish that come from Arabic.
Really?
Yeah. So like pantalon is Arabic. One of the craziest one for me was like in Spanish we say like fulano, like ese fulano de allá, like that random dude. That's an Arabic word straight up, and they use it.
Whoa.
They use it the same way.
Really?
Yeah, like hey fulan, like then I was like I heard that and I was like whoa. I was like wait bro, like you Mexican or something?
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fulano is an Arabic word. Azúcar.
Sugar.
Almohada was one that tripped me out. Capillo,
and it's the same. It means the same.
It means the same thing.
Shit.
So in Arabic, it's al-mahadda, which means the place where you put your cheek. That's what almohada means. It's like mahadda is your cheek, and then al-mahadda or khadda is your cheek, and then anytime you add an M in front of a word, it means the place where you do that. Whoa. So al-mahadda, the place where you put your cheek. Yeah.
You said it was Lebanese, right?
That's just Arabic in
just
general.
Arabic in general. When I went to Dubai, they would ask me if I was Lebanese everywhere I went. And they were like, because a lot of like Lebanese people also look like Latinos. Like, and they'd be like, Lebanese? And I was like, no,
when I was in Jordan, everybody thought that I was either from there or I was Turkish or Armenian or something. Yeah. But I was like, nah,
even like
Mexican.
You're like, no,
I don't even look Mexican,
from Arizona.
but I'm Mexican. Yeah.
Even like the trompo de al pastor.
Oh yeah,
al pastor
kebab.
is
Really?
Kebab. Yeah, kebab. You go to any Middle Eastern country and they're shaving that thing down every corner of the street.
And that's where it came from. I had read like a history on like al pastor, and it was someone that
only you would look up the history of al pastor.
Right? I know.
But they do it with lamb. We do it with pork.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
They can't. They don't eat.
They don't eat pork.
No. But yeah, that's true. Yeah. That comes from there.
No, because when I went to the Middle East and I was like, hey, they have freaking al pastor. And they're like, there's al pastor. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So where is that?
Yeah, and even al pastor is actually
shepherd style.
Any word in Spanish that starts with al is Arabic. Is most likely like 90%.
Al.
Al, yeah. Because in Arabic, al is the like el. That's where it comes from.
See, and there's tacos called tacos árabes. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but that's where it's like.
Yeah.
So there's like a whole history behind it, but yeah.
Árabes? Is that what?
Árabes, which is Arab.
Oh, and like, used meat cooked on vertical. Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty cool.
There's a lot of very similarities between like just Mexican culture and like Arab culture. It's crazy.
I wonder how that is because of the regions are totally on the opposite sides of the world.
Yeah, well, it started mainly because I think two reasons. One, the Moors invaded Spain. So that kind of started a lot of like where a lot of the language came from. But also after, I believe it was the Lebanese Civil War, a lot of Lebanese fled the region. And they moved to South America. So there's a big population of Lebanese people in Brazil and Colombia and even Mexico. Like Salma Hayek, she comes from a Lebanese descent. The richest man in Mexico, his name is Carlos Slim, but it's actually Salim. He's Lebanese. Yeah, he's Lebanese. Yeah, Lebanese descent as well. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, I don't want to say immigrants, but people that migrated to Mexico.
Yeah.
Like even like Sinaloa has like a big population of like Asian people from
Chinaloa.
Do they really?
Sinaloa. Yeah, they call it Chinaloa.
What?
Yeah, you don't know that?
No.
There's the first time I bumped into that kind of scenario was in Guadalajara. There's actually a restaurant somewhere. I remember walking by and it's called Chinaloa, and it was a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
In Guadalajara.
There's a restaurant in Sinaloa called Chinaloa.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Every time we would go, we would read it, and it was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man, to see how like everything connects. You know, like it doesn't. Yeah. It's the world is big, but it's really not.
And what do they sell? What kind of food do they sell there?
Chinese
food?
Yeah. Well, this place looks like they did
a fusion.
Yeah.
This place did a fusion, but the one that we always passed up going to my dad's ranch was a Chinese restaurant.
That is awesome.
Crazy.
Yeah. I remember too, like in like Ensenada, there's a big like Asian population too. And the first time I ever seen, I was young and I went into the Chinese food restaurant. And I was like, why are we coming to Chinese food in Mexico? But it's really good. And then one of the little girls there, which was her parents owned the restaurant, and she was watching novelas, but she was a Chinese, little girl. Wow. And I'm used to seeing them here and, not knowing Spanish. And her Spanish was like,
impeccable, right?
Impeccable. Whoa. I mean, she was born there, and she was all talking about the novelas, and she's like, mira, and I was like, oh my God, like, and it's crazy, but and it's really cool.
What's crazy too about that you say novelas, when I was in the Middle East, a lot of Middle Eastern people know about Mexican culture through novelas.
Yes.
Because they would play them on TV, but they would just translate it. So like I would be over there and they would know about Vicente Fernandez, they'd know about like Pepe Aguilar, they'd know about all these actors because they would see the shows. I'd be like, I'm Mexican. They're like, Vicente Fernandez, Javier Solis. I'm like, wait, whoa, bro.
Whoa.
Where are you going with this? Yeah, I was like, stop. Because, I'd tell them, like, I play mariachi music, and they knew all about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That happened to me in Cuba.
Yeah.
Our taxi driver picked us up, and he was playing Vicente Fernandez.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I mean, they speak Spanish, but I was thinking, they did music more like Cuban music, and he was like, oh no, I love it. He's like, we get because they're communist countries still, so he says that they would get like contraband like cable, and since Mexico's just like right over, I don't know how they did it, but they did it, and they used to get this thing called el paquetazo, so all the shows that they would like blacklist there, sell on the black market, were all novelas, like music videos in Spanish. And he's like, no, we have a huge population that loves norteños, that love novelas, that, he knew all like the, Fierro Pariente and all those things. And it was really, really cool. And he's just like, he's like, my dream is to have like a tejana and botas.
Ándale, cabrón.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, I wish I could send them to you, but obviously they won't let them keep them. But he said that was his wish, so maybe one day.
Yeah, and what's crazy about like Cuba too is that we play in mariachi, we play boleros, like romantic like type music, and bolero comes from Cuba.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, bolero. From what I know, it originally started in Cuba.
Oh.
Cuba was kind of the birthplace of the bolero.
Really?
And then it kind of trickled over into Mexico, and then the trios started playing and mariachi started playing it and everything. So, so it's all connected, man.
Yeah.
And no matter where you go, you're gonna find a connection to your culture one way or another.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I liked about traveling too. Is like you would always find like little things like we're not that different. From other people. Like we might not speak the same language, but we still share a lot of similarities in the way that we live and the way that we like communicate and the music that we listen to and entertainment,
You know what blew my mind was there was, I think, I don't know where I seen it online, and it showed, it was like a piece of sushi or sashimi and like aguachile.
Okay.
And they were like drawing connections on how like it's basically the same. I think it was aguachile.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, or it was like a rolled used. I don't know. It was something like that.
Similar. Yeah.
Yeah, but even food too.
Oh yeah, food is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the al pastor thing freaking blew my mind, man.
Yeah.
I thought you knew that. I thought I had told you this.
I've seen it before, but I didn't really think about it. I didn't think about it. It's like, it's lamb.
And
but
I mean, even like going deeper, like in Mexico we use tortillas, and in the Middle East they use just like a bread that's a little thicker than a tortilla,
naan,
but it's
naan.
like a type of naan bread, but it's kind of the same thing, like
pretty much. Yeah, even the spices, I mean, are the same.
They love spicy food too, so so all of their food is like super spicy. They use a lot of rice as well, rice, chicken.
See, and that was something that I thought was pretty like astonishing, was that our taxi driver, the one from Cuba, he was like, what do tacos taste like?
Damn,
what do you mean? Crazy. I was like, you never had a taco?
How do you explain that to somebody?
I know, yeah.
Because he says, so they grow a lot of maize, they grow a lot of corn out there, but none of that maize stays for them. They send it out. Kind of like the book GILL, that we were reading.
Yeah.
They still do the same thing. So he's like, we never learned to really use corn as like something for us to really eat.
Yeah.
He said, so he's like, no one, I'm like, you guys don't know how to make tortillas? Like, you could literally make tortillas out of corn. He's like, no. He's like, we don't know what tortillas are. We don't know what they taste like. So he was asking me, like, what does a taco taste like? And I was like, man, I don't know how to tell you. Like, but he says he's seen him on TV in the novelas or in the things like that. And he's like, so I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It's also crazy that like Mexican culture is so prevalent around the world. Like it's I feel like we take it for granted sometimes how strong Mexican culture is to the world, because sometimes I'll be like listening to like songs that I like, like Joan Sebastian or like Vicente, and like on YouTube, and I'll scroll through the comments and I'll see like people from like different parts of the world, like people from like Guatemala and Ecuador and Colombia, or like people like even in Europe would be like, I'm not Mexican, but something about Mexican music just speaks to me. Like, almost like without fail, almost every video that I see of like a Mexican singer or Mexican song, like someone's like, yeah, like Mexican music, Mexican novelas,
Yeah. I mean, there's something about it. Like I'm learning Spanish.
Yeah.
I've been an Osavo kid my whole life.
There's no shame.
I'm learning. But like even me, like I'll hear something, like if me and Amber are somewhere like at a party or something, and I'd be like,
or I'm cleaning.
Or she's cleaning, and I'd be like, "Well, hold on, what are you listening to? What is this?" Or we were at a funeral, and there was a mariachi there. They're playing for playing inside the place, and there's just something about it, dude. That just like it speaks to you.
Well, my mom says that mariachi levanta muertos. It raises the dead, It's like there's something about the music that just,
Yeah.
It's funny you say no sabo, because Spanish is not my first language.
No?
It was my second language. My dad's white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my dad's he's from New Orleans. So he's as white as they come.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm half, I'm 50-50. So,
okay.
And then he was in the Air Force. So I was born in North Carolina. I was born in Fort Bragg.
Whoa.
And then we lived in England for a year. So
how was that? Do you remember that?
I don't remember. I was super young. Yeah, I was super, super young. So, and then my parents split when I was 4. So that's when we moved to Nogales. And so, I mean, prior to that, I was just surrounded by English. Like there was no, my mom would speak to me in Spanish, but,
right.
I was just around English the whole time. So when we moved to Nogales, my grandma would take care of me. And my grandma doesn't know any English. And I didn't know any Spanish. So, we had to figure it out. And then one of my cousins who's the same age as me, pretty much, he's a couple months older than me. He didn't know any English. So my grandma would take care of both of us. So as the months went by, I started learning Spanish. He started learning English. And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I learned Spanish. And, I mean, now that's pretty much all I speak,
Yeah. Oh, Spanish?
Yeah, I mean, English too, but
of course.
Like calling back home and stuff, it's all, in Spanish and stuff. But
right.
Yeah, it wasn't my first language.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Italian.
Yeah, I mean, bullshit, right?
Bullshit
I
Italian.
can bullshit my way through it.
Well, you can bullshit us. We don't. Yeah. I took Italian for 2 years.
Yeah.
Ask me what I know. I don't know.
We knew what Japanese words do we know? We know a few. Tainaru.
What's that?
Tylenol.
Oh, really?
Because we needed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amber needed it.
I needed it.
Dude, that was one of the most interesting times.
Why? What happened?
Out there.
What did you guys have to do?
That was our first official day out
there.
Yeah.
First official day. The jet lag for Amber was just tough. Yeah.
I got really sick.
She got really sick. Was it it was a combination, wasn't it? It was a combination of that ramen and the ramen that you ate. And
no,
then
the ramen was days after. I had a really rough time in Japan.
Damn, that sounds
the one where you went for the Tainaru was us just getting there.
Oh.
I had I don't know what happened with my muela was coming out.
Something.
Like my molar was coming out, and then I had freaking jet lag, and I ran a
combination.
Fever. It was just bad. I got there and I was like, I want to go home. And it was Gil's first time ever going out of the country ever. And
abroad.
We took him to Japan.
I went straight through. I just went for it.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
But yeah, so I had to. I left the hotel, walked across the street, and I was going to every single like business that was there. Asking for Tayanaru because I googled it real quick, like like headache medicine or Tylenol, ibuprofen, and that was the closest thing was Tayanaru. So I would walk up to the cashier and ask him like Tayanaru, and they would speak to me in Japanese, and I'm just like, what? Like I told them like I don't know like English, and they're like pointing. Yeah, they're like pointing like next door. So I did that for like a block, dude. Every store I went into, I asked them for Tayanaru, and then finally I walked in. I was like, I noticed it. It was a pharmacy, and I went up to the counter, Tayanaru, and then they didn't give me Tylenol. They gave me something called Buferin. It was
like ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen, yeah. But yeah,
that sounds rough.
Yeah, it was fun. Like it was an experience, definitely, dude.
That's what's cool about traveling. It's like even the times that are like rough, so it's like you still learn something from it. And it's like you look back and it's like that's that sucked in the moment, but like looking back, it's like okay, it's kind of
it was pretty fun.
It
was pretty fun. Do you remember how to say restroom or toilet? Remember? No. I'm trying to remember right now.
The Mexican in me knows how to say it.
Oh yeah.
Quita caquita.
Yeah. That was a joke you said like when you were like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, that's funny.
Yeah, Mexican humor just never gets old.
They were like, ¿Cómo dices toilet paper in Chino?
Yeah.
That's funny.
What was that? What else? Beer?
Is that beer? Yeah.
Beer, yeah.
They use a lot of the U, right? The U sound, yeah.
Yeah, what else?
We know how to say thing. Oh, you know how to say excuse me.
I forgot it.
Samimosen or something like that.
Oh, samimasen. Yeah, samimasen means excuse me.
Yeah.
And when I was out there was like there was tourists like us, but they were like I guess I look kind of Asian or Filipino.
Uh-huh.
So I would have even like Americans coming up to me and talking to me in Japanese.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I'm like,
that's crazy.
I know English.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, yes, cool.
Nice.
There was a few times that happens to me like with people from like the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
They will come up to me and talk to me in Tagalog.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah. When I was in Jordan, that was a constant thing.
Yeah.
Especially with like the first month that I was there, it was rough because it's like everybody would like talk to me in Arabic, and I'm like, bro, like, slow down. I just got here. Like, I'm trying to figure it out, But
that happens with me and with Spanish too, dude.
Really?
Yeah. Like I'll be somewhere and right away.
Yeah.
They're like, well, what the fuck do you know how to speak? What do you speak?
First they started with Tagalog and then they go to Spanish.
They're like, well, check off the list and see what we
They're
can do.
going down the list.
Maybe Japanese, I don't know.
What the heck is this kid? Like, where did he come from? What am I?
Yeah, what's funny too is that when I lived in Jordan, I didn't have a host family, but I had like a host landlord. So they lived on top of me, and that was like their house. So like they were kind of like my host family, but my host dad, he would say that he would travel to Mexico, and that every time that he went to Mexico, that they would like start talking to him in Spanish because they look very similar to Mexicans, So it's like he'd be like, I'm like, I'm from the Middle East, bro. Like, there's no way like we're gonna be able to communicate and stuff. But yeah,
well, that's why you have Google.
Yeah,
Google helped you.
Google helps a lot,
Yeah, there's this app that you go on. Do you remember what it's called, Amber? There's this app that you go on and like you use your camera and it translates. I think
Google Translate does that now.
Yeah.
I think they've
I think it was that one, Google Translate.
It probably was, but it translates it like in real time.
But it's not always the best translation because sometimes we're like, what
it's gotten better though. When it first started, like I remember I would use it and it was not good, but now it's gotten a lot better.
I think we translated one and it said like horse soup and I was like, oh.
That's definitely not right, yeah.
I'm like, maybe it is, maybe it's not. I'm not gonna,
you don't know. Like, I don't
I'm not gonna take that risk.
That sounds good.
I couldn't really use Google Translate like for Arabic because Arabic is like it's kind of a complicated language, but not really because like they base their words on like three letters. So like most of their vocabulary is based off of 3 letters, and those 3 letters represent like a certain idea.
Whoa.
So like you have like KTB. Any word that has KTB in it relates to like writing. So like, but then they have like certain like vowels and stuff that changes the meaning, so it like gets crazy. So,
can you pull up Arabic lettering? I want to see
read
this.
it right to left.
Right.
Like,
whoa.
Yeah,
English, right?
and it's all cursive too. You connect everything. So yeah, so like everything is pretty much based off of like, it's a beautiful language though. Once you like start getting used to it, it's like it's so poetic. Yeah. So like KTB is anything to do with writing. So like maktab is like library, kitab is book, maktub is written, things like that. One of the craziest experiences, or like kind of like epiphanies that I had about like how beautiful this language was the 3 letters in Arabic that are like the equivalent would be GLB. That means to like turn or to like flip over. Anything that has those 3 letters in Arabic means to like flip over. There's a dish in Arabic in Jordan actually called maglube, which is just like rice dish, but they call it maglube because you flip it over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But then, and then, but I told my teacher once, because the word for heart in Arabic is gelb, which is the same 3 letters. And I was like, yo, like, why do we have a dish that's called maglube, to like turn over, and the heart has the same 3 letters? Why is it related? He's like, it's because the heart is easily turned. I was like, fuck, bro.
Whoa.
I was like, don't do that to me, man. That's deep. You know? I was like, that's deep, bro. Like, you can't do that to me. I'm just like fucking trying to learn Arabic, man. So yeah, so it's a very beautiful language. Like even like a lot of the literature, like they're writers or songwriters, like it's incredible, like the way that they express ideas and stuff.
You know what is? I just thought about this the other day, and I was talking to my friend about this. And we were talking about languages, or we were talking about like writing.
Yeah.
And I was at a stoplight, and I was looking at the letter B, and I had a weird, peculiar thought about how we as a society, like we put value to that B, and we all agree that that is a B.
Yeah, yeah.
And
how did that come about?
Like how do you get there? Like how do you get even like putting your lips together and making the sound, and then saying, okay, this is the letter B. This is how it's supposed to sound, and this is what this sound is going to represent. Yeah. And imagine doing that for an entire language.
Yeah. I mean, language in general,
and defining that.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, we as humans I think we take for granted a lot of the things that we can do, like even speech in general, like the fact that we can produce a voice, you know,
right,
and put meaning to words, and even be able to write, and we can think of something and write it out, show it to someone else. Yeah. We can put that in a song, we can put that in film, we can put that in different ways, you know. It's crazy, like what we're capable of.
And then even writing music. Yeah. Like a certain note, people, like this symbol
consider music
sounds this. Oh, of course, absolutely.
You can speak it, you can express it, you can write it, you know. People can.
You can change it around, you can move it around.
Yeah. So
to make it sound different.
Yeah. I can't write music, but I wish I could. My roommate can. He's a phenomenal arranger and stuff. So, but yeah, it's a whole other thing too.
You know? Even with that, you can. Because I remember when I was in band class, how I would play the saxophone parts when I played clarinet. I would like flip. Oh no, I think it was a trumpet. Yeah, I would flip over like the sheet music, and it would be the clarinet notes, but I would be playing the trumpet parts. Yeah. And I would do that like with everybody's sheet music. I'd be a goofball and just switch out everybody's.
You gotta translate music too. That's a crazy thing too, you know. So it's like, it's fascinating, man. How everything just connects one way to another.
It's connections, dude.
Yeah, that's
everywhere.
Right, everywhere. It never ends. It's just a big loop, you know. It's like the globe. It's a circle. You know?
Yeah. Well, depending on if you believe that the globe is round.
I am. We'll figure it out once we're out of here. You know? Believe
I
what
know.
you
Well,
want. Yeah.
once it's done, you're gonna be like, damn it.
I was wrong. It is flat.
It is flat.
Should have believed him.
I'm not a flat earther, by the way.
Yeah,
I just
no, me
I do that-
neither.
okay.
It's like,
Amber is.
No, I'm not.
you want to be like a taco.
There it
Es
is.
un pinche taco. Es una tortilla.
No, I believe the world is a al pastor.
There you go.
Trompo del pastor.
Yeah. The
That
world
makes
is,
more sense.
The world is Mexican, y'all. It's trompo.
Hey, Mexican food was rated like the number one
Oh, yeah.
universal food that everybody
I just
likes.
saw a thing today that the number one spirit in the world is tequila reposado.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah, out of everything in the world, tequila. Yeah.
Dang.
We're some powerful motherfuckers.
That's right. Or tequila is some powerful fucking drink, dude.
I mean, yeah. that too,
They
yeah.
love our stuff, but they want to hate
Yeah.
us.
We were thinking about that the other day, weren't we?
What?
Oh no,
Oh, we were
doing
somewhere
something,
where
yeah.
it was kind of gentrified a little.
Yeah.
And it's just a thought. I mean, I guess, and it's also like a feeling, when you
Yeah.
and that's what we were kind of talking
That's what
about,
it was.
where
Yeah.
where I think pre Trump, I guess I would say,
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I don't want to use the word outcast, but I didn't feel like the feelings that I have now, right? Where I
Yeah.
see like certain places that are gentrified and kind of like where I feel like, oh, you guys are adopting our culture and what we have, but you don't like everybody,
Yeah,
right? You
yeah,
don't like
yeah.
us as people or as a culture, and
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, I
But
feel like that's very recent too. Like
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen it a lot more on social media where people are like, the most recent one I saw was like spa water. It's like, bro, that's Jamaica, bro. Like this is
Yeah.
Oh.
fucking horchata, bro.
Dude, there's a
Chill
TikTok
out, man.
about that. I've seen it.
It's
Yeah.
like, come on, man. It's like-
Spa water.
or that like nopales. They're like, oh, white people just discovered nopales. It's
Yeah.
like, I've been eating that shit since I was like 5.
Yeah,
bro.
it's been
What's
here
it?
for thousands
Oh,
of
the
years.
other one was Flat Taco. The video that you showed me.
Oh
Flat
yeah.
taco,
And she's like, "Oh, did you guys know that you can do a flat taco?" And it was a
Yeah.
tostada.
You mean a fucking just
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
mulita.
Yeah,
That's what she
yeah,
was
yeah.
eating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. Just go to Tijuana. It's not that far from
Yeah,
here, you know.
like,
I was like,
come on.
you'll be able to figure it out. Yeah,
But
Yeah.
that was a conversation we were having.
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, I was trying to draw similarities. I was trying to write a bit too.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding me. Now I got to go back and try to write that.
yeah. You write comedy?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, cool.
Yeah, I practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do any like stand-up shows anywhere?
Recently, what would you say? I do. I practice.
Yeah.
We do open mics at the cafe.
Yeah, I actually signed up for one at the horchateria, but I got a gig last minute, so I had to.
When was this? Was this
Wait,
a
when
couple
was
shows
this?
back?
Yeah, I can't remember when it
I
was
think
exactly.
I want to say I remember your name.
We got to
Yeah,
go back to the
I-
spreadsheet and
yeah,
check
You
them
were
out.
blacklisted.
I
because
think-
you didn't show up.
This motherfucker didn't come.
We're
Never
like,
again.
No, never again. No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
did-
signed up? Oh,
I did
cool.
sign up.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
How
I
long
did sign
ago?
up. It was a couple months back.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't
Full
remember if it was
circle.
like
Yeah.
January or December.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
one of those.
but I got a gig last minute.
Yeah, of
so I had
course.
to take it. Yeah, but I did sign up. Man.
Wow,
Well,
I've
cool.
seen you
Sign
guys
up
post.
again.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you guys post, and I'm trying to hopefully like arrange it so I
Yeah,
can
come out,
go.
dude.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, it's
I would
pretty
love to.
fun.
Yeah,
It's pretty fun. The last we just recently had a show on Thursday.
yeah.
It was a pretty good, pretty
Yeah.
decent show.
You do the Artemente there too, right? Or is
Yeah,
it-
we did it on
Yeah.
Friday. It
Yeah.
was our first time.
That was our first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? And it's just like an exposition of different artwork
Mhm.
and stuff. Nice.
Yeah, we had it was an exposition. It was a exposition of artists that have done the podcast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and then also we
Nice.
had a musical performance by Ceramic Turtle, which is a friend of mine, and we
Yeah.
met through the open mic.
Okay.
He's been on the podcast before,
Cool.
and yeah, it was a really good time. It was a
Dope.
good turnout.
That's great.
Yeah.
It was the first time that we did something like this,
Yeah.
but even the artists were very appreciative and
Yeah.
asking when
Well,
we
I
were going to
mean,
do the next one.
Yeah, I mean that's super dope that you guys do that because I mean you're providing the space for art, you know. And
Yeah.
It's like,
That was fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Today we did a clothing swap.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are on it.
We're
man.
busy.
Yeah, that's, dope. that's super cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Props
even
to you guys.
yeah, even they were asking for the people that show up to the clothing swap. They want it every month.
Yeah.
too.
They were asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or how often do you do this?
Yeah. So you guys are going to start doing it more often?
Yeah.
I think so. What do you think, Amber? I don't know.
I want to.
Amber's a mastermind of everything.
How long have you guys had the coffee shop?
So Amber could take this.
Yeah, so we opened 7 years ago.
Oh, wow.
We just turned 7. We forgot our own birthday. But yeah, we opened 7 years ago. So it was my sister and my brother-in-law. And then they kind of pulled me in. I'm always the one that's like, yeah, let's do it. I don't know how to do it, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And then recently
they pulled me in.
we pulled GILL into the family business.
That's
you know,
cool. Nice.
like mafia. Just kidding. The
Oh.
churro mafia.
The churro mafia.
We're like, come on.
That's what's up. That's super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Next one we have. We're doing next month. So
Next month. Okay.
yeah.
I'll keep
Once
an
we
eye out, yeah.
once we get a date for that, I'll shoot it
Yeah.
over, dude. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to, man. Yeah.
So you stay busy too, right?
Yeah. I mean, I try to. That's the main thing. Got to in LA, you know. Got to always be on the move and stuff.
Yeah. I pull up his IG, dude.
Yeah.
So we can take a look.
And it's basically just a bunch of bass covers, and I just did a cover with my roommate.
Dude, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That is what drew me in. Your bass playing.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh wow! Thanks.
Yeah. Like you're.
He's like, that's it.
No. It was the bass playing because you played a Ramon Ayala song.
Oh yeah, man, norteño music.
Yeah,
It's so
dude.
much fun on bass. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, norteño is probably like, aside from like salsa,
Mhm.
I think norteño is really fun to play on bass. Like it's always moving. It's always moving. Yeah.
Amber,
I think
you-
it's the one with me in the blue shirt that I was playing the norteño one right there.
Amber, you can
I'm like, how do I lower it?
adjust it on the caster.
You're right. You're right. And it's this one, right? Okay.
Yeah, the USB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so much fun, man.
See that's where accordion comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's pretty much when I'm not like out gigging and stuff. I'm at home just trying to like learn songs and
That's cool.
yeah, figuring them out, just listening and
Can you do the same songs on a 4-string bass guitar?
yeah. It's the 5-string is just adding a lower string. So
Oh, okay.
regular
Oh, that's what it is?
the 4-string bass is tuned to E, A, D, G. The 5-string just has a low B string, so it just adds a little extra huevos to it, you know? It's a little more, you get some lower notes on it. So
Blanquillos?
yeah. Pretty much.
I learned that one last week.
Tranquilos.
Now he wants to use it. I don't know if
Out of context and everything,
out of
just throw it in
context.
there.
Yeah, I don't think he used it correctly, but
Hey man, that's right. Just throw it out there, whatever you can do.
he's not throwing random words. He's like, yeah, like tenedor, like sala.
Cuchillo.
Or having like a intellectual conversation. It's like, sí, cuchillo.
See.
He's like, Simón carnal, cuchillo. That's cuchillo, bro. Starting like new slang and shit. Hell yeah. That's how shit starts, though. That's how shit starts.
It is
Straight
how it
up,
starts.
yeah.
That's how you do it, dude.
A lot of like Mexican slang. That's how it started. Was like through like the mispronunciation of like English words.
Yeah.
Like firulais. Like, you know how we call like dogs
Yeah.
firulais? It means like free of lice.
Free of lice.
Free of lice.
Really?
Yeah. And the coolest one that I think is like chambear. The word like chambear, to work. We like in mariachi we use like, tengo chamba, like I got work. That comes from like when
I remember this.
Yeah, it's like the Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
So it's like when people were like look for work, they would go to the chamber and it's like, pues pa dónde vas? Pa chambear, to the Chamber of Commerce. And that's how the word
Yeah.
now it's stuck in our language. It's like, well, chambear, you know, I'm gonna go work.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What other words are
There's a
just
lot. There's a
Yeah.
lot that
by accident?
Yeah. I can't think of it.
I can't think of one on the top of my head, but there's
There's
plenty.
plenty of them, yeah.
By
Yeah.
accident or just like used
Yeah,
like
well, you just like
constantly.
they hear it and
Yeah.
they can't recreate the exact sounds or like whatever, and they just like say,
even
you know?
like here. I know in Mexico they don't use it, but here we say like, oh, dame una cora. Like
una cora, yeah.
Una
like
cora is a quarter.
Yeah.
They can't say
Cora.
quarter, so they say
Yeah.
una cora. I'm gonna
Una
cora.
cora.
Yeah, like there's a lot.
There's
Definitely
There's
a lot.
plenty of
What's the word for popcorn again? I love to hear that.
Palomitas?
No, there was another word that your grandma used to say, Amber.
My grandma?
Yeah. No?
Palomitas.
popcorn.
No. You said it like when we were talking to Ramon and Fernie.
No. She didn't know how to say straw.
Oh, straw.
So
Popo.
popote.
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 Right?
Popote, yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
so the
It sounds
story-
like popcorn, that's why.
It almost sounds like popcorn.
Okay. I thought it was popcorn,
She
my
was
bad.
driving. She's like, cuchillo. Like blanquillos.
I don't know what you guys talking about, but I'm laughing. I'm having a great time.
Just throw in a word. Throw in any
words, man.
Spanish word you know. Just go
Now's
for
the time.
Oh, man, that was cool.
Playing darts with words.
Yeah.
See one lands.
To see if it works. To see if it fits.
Sobadora.
There you go.
There we go. Have you ever been to one of those?
Sobadora?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
No, me neither. I want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, you did drop that thing on your foot today, so you can go rub your foot.
Oh. It's like massage thing? I went in Thailand. I had a Thai massage. Those ladies are strong as fuck, bro.
Really?
Holy shit, those ladies are strong. Bro. They're like
You came back with like bruises?
No, bro, I swear, like they're like this tall. They're like super short
like me.
ladies, and like I went in, it was like $20, super cheap, but
Yeah.
like they like sit you down on a bed. This tiny ass lady. I don't know how she got the strength to do this, but she like starts like massaging my shoulders and stuff, and then she gives me like a neck hold like that, and she's like, "You ready?" I'm like, "Ready for what?" she counts to 3 and then just like cracks my whole back, like my whole back just went like, and I was in shock. I was like, "How is she that strong?"
paralyzed.
And then she's like, "Ready?" I'm like, "For what?" And then she goes the other side, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!" She's strong. They were super strong.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was. And then they like pop your toes. They grab your toes. And
Whoa.
yeah, it's intense.
I gotta go to one of those places.
It's intense, man.
Little do you know, I know how to do it. I'm the little Thai lady.
I'm gonna lay on this table right here. Let's do it on air.
Heck no, you're just gonna be popping some pills.
Blanquillos.
Blanquillos are gonna be on the floor.
Oh my god. Auntie Johnny is blanquillos.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. That's funny.
Yeah, highly recommend Thai massages.
Oh yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's so
I was
funny.
in shock. I was like, damn.
That's so funny,
It's like
dude.
I bet you she wasn't even like 5 feet. Like,
Really?
She was probably like 4'8", I swear. Yeah. And she was the strongest motherfucker I've ever met. I swear. It was crazy, man. It was
She's
crazy.
all injecting steroids before you get there.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
Working out.
Yeah, they probably have to do like a physical before they like apply for the job and shit. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah, man.
That's
Crazy.
cool.
Yeah. Thailand's a dope country.
Yeah?
Yeah, highly recommend to go. You could do also like these like crazy like fish massages.
What?
Or you-
Oh,
Fish?
I had that done.
Yeah, you put your feet in like a tub of fish and the fish just like eat off that skin.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did it with my mom. My mom couldn't handle it. She was laughing the whole time. Yeah.
Really?
She couldn't. Yeah. She was.
Can we pull this up? I
Yeah.
gotta see this.
Yeah, I did this in Cancun,
Oh yeah. They have them there too.
but I naturally did it. It was like in a cenote. and
Oh
they had
yeah.
'em.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
they're not leeches?" They're like, "No,
Yeah.
they're little
They're
fish."
piranhas.
Yeah, I'm like, what are they called?
I don't know.
Fish massage.
Fish foot massage. I don't know.
Oh, maybe yeah.
I feel like we looked this
there,
up
yeah,
before.
fish foot spa.
So supposedly, I had seen that they're like gonna ban this because
Yeah.
it's like animal cruelty.
Oh my god. The fish love it. I don't know.
Damn vegans. I know. We're feeding the fish.
Yeah, I know.
We're feeding the fish, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels weird, but
Yeah. It
Fish
does.
pedicure.
Yeah. Oh wow, I did not know that. So it's a Middle Eastern thing.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. They're just...
Yeah, no, they like as soon as you like go in, they go at it.
Mm.
We're just watching people's skin.
Feet, yeah.
We're like, wow.
Mesmerizing.
Out of everything
Welcome to the
talked-
podcast, dude.
I'm loving it, man.
Out of everything we talked about the whole time, this is what Connor was saying.
I feel like I'm
We
watching
went from
a...
like super cultural stuff about like food and stuff. And it's like, oh, like fish, eat dead skin off feet.
We're like, this is what we called you on here for.
Mindbuzz.
I feel like I'm watching a Quentin Tarantino movie. I feel like that would be in one of his movies.
Yeah, probably.
The guy is like super obsessed with feet.
Is he really?
Yeah, like
He's an oddball for sure.
There's like
Yeah.
every like in his movies. There's like a foot shot like in every movie.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't watch a lot of TV, so
Oh no.
yeah. I actually don't even own a TV at home.
Oh
Yeah,
okay.
no,
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, because I mean, we're pretty much, if we're not out gigging, we're like writing or just practicing and stuff.
Yeah, it's a
So,
distraction.
yeah, I mean,
What do you do to unwind?
practice.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I really, like, I enjoy practicing. Like, I really enjoy just like, if I don't have to like be on the computer like recording or something, like I really do enjoy just like grabbing my bass, like picking a song that I like and trying to figure it out. Like that's actually really fun to me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a nerd, man. Yeah, that's fun. I like songwriting. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I like songwriting when I'm alone. So if like I have the house to myself, like
It feels
I'll
good.
write a song. Yeah, I just enjoy it because it's like it's easier for me to just like kind of let out sounds that I don't. Not that I feel like I just don't get judged if nobody hears me. Even though like I don't care, but it's just a little easier to. Because songwriting it's not like, at least for me, I don't hear something and I can produce it right away. Like I have to like kind of like figure it out type thing.
So what's your process? Like, do you hear the words first, or do you hear the melody or the sound first?
The majority of the time, the words come to me first, and then I try and like put music to it. But sometimes, like I have a section in my notepad on my phone just filled with lyrics with no music to them, just because like sometimes I think of like ideas and I just need to write them out. And sometimes I don't even use them, but there'll be like certain lines that I wrote down that I'll use in another song when I'm writing. So it's like, it's just for me to like let it out and have that idea exist kind of type thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But,
yeah.
A lot of my songwriting ideas come from other songs. Like,
Okay.
I'll hear like a song and like I'll hear like this dope ass line. And I'm like, bro, why didn't you make a song out of that? Like that one line is like the title to the song. So like I'll do that and just goes from there. Or like I'll hear like a melody or something and just kind of base it off. Like I just pick from like different spots,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think actually like when I was I think a big part of that's helped me in songwriting was like when I studied languages, because I had to read a lot of poetry to learn the languages. So like, studying like poets from like Italy and France and specifically the Middle East, obviously because they're super poetic when they speak. Like I think that has helped me kind of just help me learn how to write.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially that turnover.
Oh yeah,
plate
the
thing,
hard.
dude.
Yeah,
Dang,
it's crazy.
dude.
Yeah, no, like Arabs, they have a way with words, man. They're super. Even the way they cuss is phenomenal. Like it's an art form, man. Like, I thought Mexicans could cuss. Arabs, my respects, hands down. They're the kings of cussing, man. Like they go hard. Like, they won't even use bad words. They just say things poetically to. Like, yeah, like yeah, it's crazy. Like the way that I can't even like think of like an example. I remember one. I think the guy was like, no, like go. What did he say? He said something like, man, like you suck at driving. Like your sister's so bad at this that it, like even the worst man in this earth will not even want her. Like it's crazy, bro. Like but they don't even use bad words.
So they're like insults.
They're insults, yeah, but they're like very poetic about it. It's crazy, yeah.
Let's see if this guy.
Yeah, Hamad. Yeah, it's like you animal.
Oh.
You stupid. Dog. Yeah, so they just like call each other animals and stuff. Yeah, yeah, Hamad is like your donkey.
Donkey.
Yeah. Mukhalaf, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Dang.
Yeah. They're great with words, I'll just say that much.
Yeah. You ever write a song in Arab?
No, I haven't actually.
No? Do you write in English or Spanish?
I write in English. I write in both. Mainly Spanish. That's just kind of like my forte. I like writing in Spanish the most, but I've written in English. The first song I ever wrote and released was in English, actually. Got it tatted on me. Don't stress.
Oh.
That was the first song.
Are you gonna get more of your song titles on you?
Tatted?
Yeah.
Possibly. I mean, yeah, we'll see.
You got one?
I want sleeves, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. I also like, I do art as well, so I designed.
Oh, you designed that one?
I designed.
Oh, that one's super cool, dude.
This is Ganesha. I don't know if you're familiar with Ganesha. Mm-hmm. He's the Hindu god of arts and obstacles. So it's made completely out of Arabic symbols. Arabic.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, numbers and letters. So I just made Ganesha out of Arabic letters and numbers. And the story about Ganesha is that he was writing his scriptures, and he was so in the flow of writing his scriptures that he was just like lost in it and just like so focused that his pen broke. And so in order to keep the flow going and not stop his flow, he broke off a tusk and kept writing with his tusk. So that's why he's the god of obstacles. It's like when something happens, like you figure it out. You figure out how to like keep going through. So that's why I got this one. These two were my first tattoos. This is my logo as well. Also Arabic. So like my artist name is Albur.
I show the camera right there.
Oh yeah, that's my logo right there. So my artist name is El Albur, which Albur in Arabic means like righteousness, doing the right thing. And then in Spanish, Albur, nowadays people know it as a double entendre, like a that's what she said type thing. But the original meaning, I got it from a José Alfredo Jiménez song called Cuando Juega el Albur. And Albur means like, in that case, it means like risk or taking a chance, like taking a chance on something. So that's where I got like my artist name.
Like the Chalino song, no?
Albur de Amor. That's another one.
He says, voy a jugarme
con una baraja de oro, right? Yeah. So that's what that means. It's like I'm gonna take a chance. Basically, I'm gonna take a risk. Yeah, and so my logo is basically the word albur in Arabic, but flipped up to make it look like an E. So,
cool.
Yeah, that's kind of where I got that from.
Which you took a chance on yourself and
that's kind of where
quit your day job and started music, right?
Yeah, that's kind of where I got that inspiration for the name.
This was fun, dude.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it. This was super dope. I'm glad I could make it by and be here.
Go ahead and tell us what you got coming up.
So April 1st, I'm performing at Maestro's in Pasadena. April 28th, I'll be at the Yamava Casino with my trio. June 30th, I'll be at the Yamava Casino as well. And then if anything else pops up, you can follow me on my Instagram, el.alburr. Find me on Spotify as well under the same name. YouTube, all that good stuff. TikTok. Yeah.
There you go.
There you have it.
Cool.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Is this fairly new?
This is my latest single, In My Sheets. I released it in like Halloween. One of my English songs. Yeah. Yeah, and then Duo Renacimiento they're my friends, Miguel Ángel Flores and Ángel Duran. I do most of my music with them. So
cool, dude.
Perform with them as well. So yeah.
Thanks for coming on and doing this.
Thank you for the invitation, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. And all of Chris's links to everything will be down in the show description. And if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. You guys are watching. Yeah, you act like I don't I don't see the analytics or anything like that or the regions. Just go ahead and just hit the subscribe button, and while you do it, hit the bell so you can see all the shorts and all the clips for all the rest of the episodes. But yeah, Spotify, Apple, anything else, Amber?
You're like blanquillos.
Blanquillos.
That clip, that's gonna be a clip right there for sure. Out of the whole podcast.
Great. I love that you went for it though.
The confidence. That's all that matters, man. Confidence. Doesn't matter what you say, it's how you say it.
That's great.
The Mindbuzz Podcast. Peace and love. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
That was fun, man.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Mindbuzz Podcast. Subscribe to the Mindbuzz YouTube channel and watch full podcast episodes. Keep up with the hosts, guests, and upcoming events by following the Mindbuzz on Instagram @TheMindBuzz. See you on the next one.